4 degrees. Interesting conditions for our athletes who will be out in a couple of minutes.
I was probably going to run like a low 4.8 Indian finals pretty easily, but I just missed one of the last holds, and it's speed climbing, so tiniest mistake and you're out.
Well, Planet will be facing off against each other in head-to-head. We get to our gold and bronze medal races where our champions will be athletes in the commentary box.
Yeah,
and Zach, I'm already forward. Good stuff. Right, Desak Madre on the left-hand side, former world champ. Well, actually, you are still always a world champ, so I'm going to call a world champ. And Rajia Sasibilia on the right-hand side.
Now Desak in training back in Indonesia, she has posted a video on Instagram of her running 5.9, which would make her the first ever girl to run under 5 or under 6. We'll see if that happens today. If that happens today, that'd be obviously super exciting.
Yeah, it really would be.
She's been looking in really good form.
There, Desak coming into focus. I love the focus that this lady shows.
One of the things I'll note before she starts is she's one of the few athletes to use the men's bait in the top, the Chinese top. Desak Madre. And it definitely, when she first started, it maybe looked a little choppy, but she's now become quite proficient in it and has made her so fast. So watch the last few moves between these two athletes to see the differences.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that, but blink and you'll miss it. So focus up, everyone. Here we go. Next race. 0.36.
And that's, so again, she used that different top beta, but that was not one of her best tops. She definitely had a little bit of a stumble, but managed to take it home with a 6.3. The races between two teammates is always a bit interesting, right? It's nice to race a teammate because it's friendly and you are familiar, but it's always sad to see someone get knocked out that you're friendly with.
Yeah, and Desak will not crack much of a smile until the very end of the competition. She's always really focused. I like watching her speed climbing. Yeah, full control. Well, the first rounds are done for the men and women. This is confirmation of the results. In a second, we'll have a little bit of a pause while we reset. But remember to come back for the quarterfinals and then semi-finals after that. We head towards the final
her opponent
races.
Fallen says that, okay,
I
don't need to go fast. Let's just finish the run.
This is a great final. Right, Isis Rothbrook, fresh off the back of her first finals victory, moved forward. But she is up against a fairly fast lady here in Desak Madre.
I think Isis was talking to me before the final round started, saying, I think I've raced Desak Madre at least 5 times in finals already. So she's definitely a familiar face, but not again, I say scary. Desak is a very nice and one of the nicest people on the circuit, honestly, but scary face because she's a phenomenal speed climber.
I tell you what, I'm terrified of her when she's out on the stage. Look at her. I mean, she's so focused, so determined. I would not want to stand in that lady's way, in the way to the speed wall. So Isis is up against it, but, you know, miracles and also just the pure excitement of speed.
Yeah.
Can
and
do
Isis has been looking really fast in training, so I think there's contention here.
Yeah, miracles is the wrong word. They're appalling choice of words by me. Talent, I should say. All right, Isis,
pure
what can
talent.
you do?
Those bracelets looking like gauntlets on her wrists.
Next.
Desak is fast. Isis slips. Desak takes the foot off the accelerator. She saw it out of the corner of her eyes. Oh my goodness, Isis. Well, another back and forth.
Wow,
yeah, Desak
not a
really
great race there. Exciting, but not a great race. That's one. The slip that Isis had is just so hard to recover from. Different slips are, weighted differently. If you just barely miss a foot, it's easy to keep going, but Isis there fully missed the first foot, and then it's almost over at that point. She tried to keep going, but it's a really difficult one to recover from.
Yeah, it was a shame for Isis. Desak, though, had a moment herself. Look at that.
Yeah, wow. You were talking about Desak's stone cold. Especially the beta where you're going for top holds. It's something that a lot of the girls looking down and kind of gritting their teeth to get to that last move. It's a very different move to the men when you see the Chinese top. Where the goal for that one is being as upright as possible, really with straight arms. It's kind of a Sam, phenomenal lap. I did notice, I know him very well, so I can see these small things. He had a little bit of a bobble in the top, not the perfect run from him, but I know he's going to be upset about that one and thinking about it for a while.
Oh, that was one of the most exciting things I think I've seen in this sport. Incredible moment. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath here because we have another race. We have to move on. Alexander Kuruchka, Desak Madre on the right-hand side.
Now we're getting down to, we just saw, a battle of titans, but this is also another battle of titans. Desak versus Kaluchka, this is going to be Yeah, and this is a very also big difference between betas, as I mentioned before. Desak with a Chinese top, one of the only women to do that beta in the top section, versus Kaluchka with a more standard women's top. Pay attention to the top to see the differences, because I think the race is going to come down to that in the top.
Yeah, this is another huge race here. If your heart rate wasn't high before, it's going to be increased, I'm afraid. Stay away from the calories, everyone. If you have high blood pressure, could be in some trouble. Desak on the right, Alexandra on the left.
Yeah, and a 6-0, that was so fast. Desak would have run a 6-1, 6-0 as well. That was way faster than I thought. I was just watching the climbers, and then I looked at the clock.
It was almost a second world record.
Almost. I just checked the paper that has the world record on it to see, but no, not quite. Although that definitely is a PB for Alexandra. She's going to be very happy about that.
I think she knew how close that was to world record. The head in the hands was a disappointment not getting it, I think.
I think we'll continue to see world records this season. I think many of the women are capable. When I slip in comps,
obviously we just saw
like, why did I slip? But sometimes you just slip and it happens, and you got to give yourself grace for it, because the sport's just so brutal.
All right, well, this is going to be a massive final few races. We have another pause. And then we will continue with our race. Right, next bronze medal race. Desak Madre will be up for a battle here, but she's up against Natalia Kałuczka. Poland versus Indonesia. As you said, the classic red and white. The flags are flipped, of course.
This is going to be, wow, 91.89% finals for Natalia Kałuczka. That is a phenomenal stat. These are again two Titans. They both can run 6-0 and have run 6-0. So honestly, it's a dice roll. We'll see what happens.
All right, well, here we go now. Shoe on. That's unusual. Of course, the athletes, come out without. You don't often see them put the shoes on.
It's with the new presentation. Yes. They walk out, wave to the crowd, and because of that, then they put the shoes on, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping here we can see a really good lap from Desak, because her top sections this comp have been a bit wacky and a bit different. But it's really a treat to see her at her peak, so I'm hoping to see that here.
Look at Desak, that's the focus we're talking about.
It just it's so good, it's so powerful. And now that she's really dialed it and learned it, she's able to do it every time. That was just a masterclass.
That really was.
And if you look at times from even just last season, 6-3 was doing quite well. It is not anymore.
Yeah, you're so right about the times. I mean, we keep talking about it, and it's a sport, and you wonder where the limit is. How long can it keep progressing things off here tonight? And one last chance to check all of the results there. We've heard from our winners, and now it's time to give out our medals for the athletes who have fought so hard to get onto our podium. That will follow in a couple of minutes, and if you are leaving us, thank you so much for watching. All rankings so far, series, of course, just one event done, and Alexandra Kałuczka, with that victory, will jump to the top spot with 1,000 points. This competition continues throughout the year, from continent to continent, as we look to crown our overall champion.
The medals will be presented by.
Well, here we go, the women's podium as the athletes line up. Bronze, silver and gold, of course, given away.
People's Republic of China.
来自中国的世界攀岩联合会执委、国家体育总局登山运动管理中心攀岩运动部主任厉国伟。
Accompanied by
陪同颁奖的是
Director of Jiangsu Provincial Sports Competition Management Center, People's Republic of China.
来自中国的江苏省体育竞赛管理中心主任徐林。
Bronze medalist.
获得铜牌的是
Indonesia.
印度尼西亚。
Desak Rita Kusuma Dewi. Silver medalist.
获得银牌的是
Individual neutral athletes.
中立运动员。
Elizaveta Ivanova. Gold medalist.
获得金牌的是
Poland.
波兰。
Alexandra Kaluska.
Well, there we go. Standing on that top spot with the gold medal. Incredible performance from her. So, national anthem
Ladies
time.
and gentlemen, if you can please stand and face the big screen for the anthem of Poland.
女士们、先生们，请起立，面向大屏幕奏波兰国歌。
Photographs taken. The men will come on in a couple of minutes to receive their trophies.
Thanks to all the presenters.
感谢颁奖嘉宾。